everyone, so we're out on another session. Haven't been able to get out much this week. There's sort of 4 or 5 days of really bad winds and rain. It's still a bit muddy and sticky and still quite windy, but I'm going to try and find a spot where I can get out of the wind slightly and hopefully catch a few fish. So let's get down there and let's see if we can get a few fish. Fish in some of these puddles. Pretty deep. Hey, sunk into that one. So I hope everyone's all good. If you're new to the channel, getting a lot of new subscribers lately, thanks very much. My name's Carl. Welcome to the channel. Another rock across the road here. Route and that took me to someone's house and not down to the river. leaves and animal. Pretty sure if I go up here, I'll get right again. We'll be nearly at our spot. So we're at the chosen spot for today. I'm going to get all the old gear out of the back. I've got to walk across the fields and down along the river before we get to any water. So I'll do that. We'll pick a swim and I'll show you around and hopefully we'll catch some fish, fingers crossed. That's the plan anyway. I'm going to bring a pike rod with me as well today and maybe put a roach out or a perch, something like that, just to a bonus fish sort of thing. And then we're going to put the float out down the middle of the river, see if we can get a few bites like that, and if not, we're going to switch it over to a feeder and we'll go from there. So we're at our chosen spot. Going to try it here today. The sun's blinding me from the left hand side, but it won't be too long before that go down. Got a few boats going past. So today I'm actually using my Savage gear rod, which is actually a little Perch jigging rod that's really light, match and reel with 4-pound line straight through, and down to a self-weighted waggler float with 4BB. I need the weight because the river's got quite a flow on it and it's fairly deep, so let's get the depth and all that plumbed up and we'll go from there. Right, let's get a bit of ground bait in the swim, shall we? That should attract a few fish, hopefully. Gonna chop up some worm, put that through the swim. Hopefully we'll start getting a few bites. All right then.
YouTube video?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, yeah.
Oh, good man. What's your handle on YouTube?
Sorry, just paused there for a minute. I had a chap come over and he wanted to join the channel, so I stopped and just told him what the name of the channel was and showed him the channels, Freshwater and Sea, and he's now joined up, so nice to meet you. So the ground bait we mixed up as a breamy ground bait. As you can probably see there, it's got like vanilla and brassium and all sorts of that sort of stuff added to it as well. Hopefully, with a worm hook bait as well, it should attract some roach and bream and stuff like that. God, the sun's really, really bright. I can do with my sunglasses, to be honest. It's right in my eyes. So I've got a lure with me as well, and a pike trace if I want to put a live bait out later on, or etc. So I'm going to have a couple of casts around with this, and you never know, I might get a take. The float's drifting through. I've had a couple of small bites on the float, but nothing's hooked up yet. I'm going to let the swim sort of settle a bit where I put the ground bait. Hopefully we'll have a few fish in there in the next sort of 15-20 minutes. So still no fish yet. I've had a couple of okay bites, but the flow's really, really fast, and there's all bits coming down the river as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a feeder and see if that makes things a bit better. No reason why it shouldn't. The wind's sort of holding up. Hopefully it's not too bad on the camera. In front of me seemed to have flattened down slightly, but I've still got a big wind from behind me and stuff. Right, so we're in your feeder now, so let's get that out there and see what that does. So we've got the old feeder sitting there like that, old feeder rod. Tip up against the sky so we can see it nice and easy. I'm getting little knocks, which I know are fish emptying the feeder, but no big thumps yet. Taking the bait, that's only been out there a couple of minutes. So let's see what we can do, but at the moment that's seeming quite slow. Looks like we're getting our first bite, which is nice. Oh, we've been slack lined. Oh no, and we missed it. That's not good. Only fishing really close in at the moment because obviously I put ground bait down there when I first got here. Oh, bite straight away, fish on. What do we got? More like it, we'll start finding some bites, that's good. Yeah, the flow for the float was just too rough and too much stuff coming down the river. I think that's what it was. There we go. Mr. Roach. Let's get him back in, see if he's got any friends. As you can see, I'm very close in. I'll leave it running this time, see if we can get bite straight away again. They're starting to move in on the ground bait now, which is cool. Now we just got to find some bigger stuff. Hopefully some perch, some bream, that sort of stuff. Tin should be nice. Nice little fun, little slack liner. Fish on. Fish off. Damn. Oh, that's a better fish as well. I'm going to try it without ground bait this time. See if they're actually in the swim. Just stay on there. Or do they need feed to get them going? No, we got a bite. That took what? About 8 seconds, I think, to get a bite. Let that thump it a few times. Still there. Fish on. Mr. Perch. There we go, just a little perch. Get him back. So we use Mr. Perch for the pike rod. So we've got pike rod out now as well. As you can see in front of the picture there. Perfect size bait. Put the feeder back down there. Let's see if we can carry on getting these bites. Helicopter going across above. It might be noisy for a minute. We've got the pike rod down the bottom there. The clutch is slack, so if we get a big take on it, that'll just start taking line. Fish have found a feeder already. Literally 10 seconds. Looks like my feed's starting to do pretty good. There we go. Fish on. And so is Roach. Not too bad. There you go, Mr. Roach. He's back in the water. Oh, it's coming pretty quick now, so that's cool. Sun's starting to go down in the background. Still putting quite big worm baits on because I want to pick out the bigger fish of the shoal we get down there, hopefully. So I'm basically putting on that sort of size bait at the moment, which is fairly big really. Oh, I've got 2 fish jumping around the river. What's that? That normally means Mr. Pike is about. It's nice fishing really close in like this sometimes. When you've got a nice deep depth like this straight away, you don't always have to go in right out in the middle of the river. I mean, obviously if I get quite up something like that, then I will try some other spots, but I think we're in the right spot at the moment. Here, bite straight away. They're straight onto that feed. Is there anything big down there? Oh, I missed that one. I'm not going to put ground bait in every single cast, I don't think, because I don't want to overfeed them. Still getting into that colder time of year where the shoals won't be huge. They're sitting in the rivers. They'll start moving off into the back eddies and boat yards and stuff like that, and out of the main rivers over the winter. I would have said that was a pike. It just took in, just struck. So we do believe we have Mr. Pike in the swim. And I did say we just had a bite. Oh, I keep losing them. That one took me one. Maybe our little live bait perch should be over there. It's not too often you see them striking like that, so they're obviously hungry. God, I was then going to say let's count, but literally within 1 second we were getting a bite. There was nothing to count. That was straight on it. Oh, that was a good take. Whew, that was a much better pull. There's every chance of a really decent perch or a nice sized bream, tench, or even a roach. Over £2 or something like that, you don't know. Oh, they didn't nick one. The bites are good. Don't know what to do with that old live bait now, I don't know where to move it. Oh, straight back on it. There must be a load of fish down there now. It's pretty cool. That nicked me one. That's the bite stopped. That's normally what happens if the bite stopped and you're getting them pretty quick. No, there's still something there. Something might have picked up and still be feeding around the swim. I've got a size 10 hook on just in case something decent do take it, as well as that puts off the smaller fish as well. Well, stops you from hooking them pretty much most of the time. Yeah, that sun's starting to go down in the background a bit. It's getting quite chilly. I have to put the old jacket on. I've got the bottom half of my suit on already. I can't pull the zip up, come on. Going on there. This suit's becoming a few years old now. It might be time to get a new one soon. Trouble is, I don't like to buy a cheap one because it's there to keep you warm. The quality normally works. Right, let's see if this worm's gone. Yep, thought so. You can normally tell if you've got a fish in a swim and you're not getting a bite fairly quick. And then they've had the worm basically. I would say if I cast out and I don't get a bite within a minute while there's a shoal of fish down there, then that's the case, the worm's gone. Fish on. Got a rudd. Must be getting a mixture of species. Rudd, roach, perch. Okay, Mr. Rudd. Over Jubbly. Back in the water it goes. Keep going for this cast and we'll see if we can get one quickly. No ground bait in this time, don't think it's needed. Little flick to the edge, straight down on the bottom. Right there, just drag it slightly. Yep, bite straight away. Look. I counted to 5 and something was found a bait already. Fish on, fish on. Mr. Roach. Okay, Mr. Roach. Get him back in. See what else is down there for us. At the moment, I'm not even putting out any more ground bait in the feeder. Just not needed. Don't want to overfeed them and lose the shoal. But as soon as it starts to go quiet, then I'll start introducing it again. So just say I'll have a cast and that's a couple of minutes without a bite, and then I'll start introducing it again. There you go, I found the bait already. I mean, it's crazy at the moment. It's taken no more than 15 seconds to get a bite. Oh, slammed the rod that time, didn't it? Fish on. I know these are not massive great things, but they're good fun. There you go, Mr. Roach. I guess 3 fish on the same bait. I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to angle you a bit more down the water as well as in front, so you can hopefully see the fish coming in as well. Right, still going to go again without putting any feed in. I don't think we need it still. Go. I was going to say I'm going to go slightly further out on that cast, but that didn't. So, oh, I'm getting takes in my hand already before I can get it on the rod rest. So, absolutely crazy. Oh, go on, pull that round. I'll just introduce a couple of feeder pools again in a minute, just to get a bit more bait down there, just so I can try and pull in some of the bigger fish. But to be honest, that's good fun, just seeing the old tip bouncing up and down. And having the pike rod down the side there, we've got every chance of getting a good take on that as well. Oh, missed that one. Still got a bit of a worm on there, so we'll try that. Sometimes a smaller piece of worm can pick up a bigger fish, you never know. Yeah, bite already. Weren't even 5 seconds. You hear all the cows going moo. There's normally some nice owls and stuff around this area as well. Go on. Give us a really good bite. Just that one. Got the worm though. See nothing happening on the old pike rod yet. Let's chop a couple of those worms because they're pretty big. Which is alright sometimes, but not always. Half a decent sized lobworm here is going to do it. No, dead redeemed, we're not a lobworm. Right, I'm going to put some feed in the feeder this time. I'm going to fill it right up, as you can see, just to put a bit more feed down there, just in case There's some bigger fish trying to move in. Oh, look at that, look. Straight on it. They're definitely liking the ground bait and they're definitely liking the bait. So pretty good in both ways. A lot of them judders and stuff is where they're attacking the feeder, getting all the feed out of the feeder. And then when you see the actual rod tip go bang, that's the actual bait being hit. A good sized fish like a 5-pound bream or something like that will just pull the rod right round. Whereas perch and roach and stuff like that will give these little jaggedy bites. You just sort of got to decide when to bite and when to strike, really. Oh. Fish on. Oh, bit bigger rod, nice. I like catching rod, so I don't mind a few of them moving in. So hopefully keep getting bigger. There you go, Mr. Rudd. Nice golden rod with red fins. Lovely jubbly. Back he goes. Just keeping an eye on that pike rod because there's been a bit of movement in the water down there. Sometimes you'll see the line moving before it starts peeling off a reel or anything like that. Just look for different angles and stuff like that. Cool, that's something blinded me. So, not too bad. We're getting bites every single cast on the feeder rod now. We've obviously got the pike rod out there. Hopefully we're going to see that whiz off. That's just sort of a bonus rod really. We come down here to fish on the feeder. Well, I was going to run the float through as you saw, but that was just way too fast. And there's too much stuff coming down the river to make it work, to catch fish properly. So put the feeder down. And as you've seen, we're starting to get a bite every single cast, which is cool. We're getting different species like rudd, roach, perch, and there should be some other stuff we can catch as well. So let's keep doing it, and fingers crossed, we'll keep pulling a few fish in. Sun's going down over there now. It's quite low in the sky. It's blinding me. I've got some light in that with me tonight, so if they keep feeding into dark, then we'll carry on for a bit and see what we can bring to this video. I've got a really good bite, so bear with me. Fish on, everyone, fish on. Oh, another rudd, another jubbly. lovely fish, Mr. Rudd. He didn't want to stay still too much, we'll get him straight back. Bite straight away, just cast out. Bang, bang. Fish on. Getting the food down there now, isn't it? Whee. Saw the rudder moved in. Put it back in the water. I'm going to put this back down there. I'm going to miss the ground back for this cast. Got a small piece of worm still left on there. See if we can get a bite really quickly again. Yep, straight on it. Look. Didn't even count to 5. Quite happy getting a few of these, but it'd be nice if we can get them a bit bigger. Whee. I think I've got a pike in the swim because as I was just rolling in then, all the fish scattered right in front of me. Went all over the place, flying out the water. We'll soon know if they're down there and they're scaring the fish off because we'll stop getting bites. Oh, we didn't get one as quick this time, did we? Ooh, we're going over 20 seconds without a bite. Got a load of pike moved in and scared everything off. Fish on. Mr. Roach. I'll move the pike rod now to my left hand side and try and down the side of the margins about 2.5 rod lengths downriver. There's a nice overhanging tree and just plonk it under there. See what that does. Put a few more feeder falls of ground bait out there now, so I'm going to go out bare again now. See if we can get a bite without putting any in. Cows are still mooing away. I hear the odd sheep as well. Luckily for me, the wind is starting to drop off, which is nice. Still got a nice fast flow because of the high water, but bites are not quite as quick as they were before, where we were getting a bite as soon as they hit the water, but I'm still getting bites within less than a minute most of the time. Lovely boat. Sun's going down now. Going to be dark soon. Look at that reflection on the water. It looks smart, doesn't it? Fish on. Another roachy. Really got these feeding in the swim now. Mr. Rudd. Fish on. Doing a minute on me. There you go. The cows and stuff have been mooing non-stop for don't know, half an hour now probably. See if you can hear them. Oh, sun's down now. It's getting pretty cold. Now about to put the headlamp and that on. We'll give it a little go into dusk and into dark if they keep feeding. Just put it out there with a feeder full of ground bait. Oh, got a bite already. That's good. That's what I like to see. Fish on. Fish on. Fish. Oh, yeah. Getting crazy. Mr. Rudd, not a bad fish this one. We're still getting bites. There we go, Mr. Rudd. tiny weeny bit of worm left on there. I'm just gonna try. Let's see if we can get a fish on that, because if we get a bite on that, it should hook up quite easy. See if we can get a bite. No ground bait in the feeder this time. The pike rod did move a little while ago, the line tightened up and the rod moved, but there's nothing else there at the moment. Looks like we've got a little tap. There's John. Mr. Perch. The nice thing is I'm hooking every single one of these just in the side of the lip, because I'm striking very quickly. There you go, Mr. Perch. Get him back. You have strike as quick as I can. And that seemed to be doing a good job. So I've got the bigger hooks on as well, so they can't get me in their mouth as easy when they're smaller fish, which always helps. I'm going to keep introducing some ground bait, so we can find some bream or something like that. Dusk is a good time for that. You can see I'm not fishing very far out at all. I could quite easily go out in the middle. We might even have a couple of casts out in the middle at some point. Let's see if we can get a bite fairly quickly. Coarse, definitely cold now that sun's gone down. It's very surprising the difference that makes. I've got a big hoodie underneath this suit as well, but my hands are cold. Alright, let's get this headlamp on. See if we can get a bite at the same time. I've moved the pike rod out down the left. Whoa, look at that for a nice bite. Down on the left. Out in the middle now in the flow. Ooh. What? Bite like that and we didn't get it. Crazy. Went slightly further that time, but let's try it. If you're in the area, so I'm just pulling it back slightly just so you can see the rod in the picture nicely. Got a little mouse stand to my left that keep popping out and trying to find bits and pieces. Probably see all the stuff coming down the middle of the river, but we're managing to fish around it because I'm dropping close at the moment. Another species, rough. Right, I'm going to have a cast out in the middle and see what that does. Feeder's full. See if there's anything a bit bigger out there. Cool. My toes are like ice, my fingers are like ice. That's pretty cold, but I can bear with it for a little while. The bites are definitely not within 10 seconds anymore, but we're still getting fish. Still a bite every cast. Oh, here we go. That didn't take too long, did it? 30 seconds or so. It's not too bad, is it? It's really quiet here, apart from all the animals. Don't know why them cows are mooing like mad. Fish on. Got the lights on now. I know it don't look dark in the background, but it is dark. It's just the camera picking it up. It's a bit bright, I think, showing the fish's body. There you go. Ooh. We're still getting bites every single cast. Getting lots of fish that sort of size, so I'm just sort of bringing in to the video every, I don't know, every 5 or 6. Just to keep you updated what I'm getting. Obviously if I bring in a big one next cast then I'll show up, but they're all sort of average size like that at the moment. I'm going to go for a bigger one this time and see if we can tempt a bream or something else. So it seems to be roach, perch, rudd, rough and that sort of stuff at the moment. Stop, we're still well, stop. Yeah, if that's not something like that, much bigger one. Fill up the old feeder full of ground bait. Can't get out where we've been fishing most of the day, and let's see what we get. I'll say most of the day, I didn't come down till the afternoon, but you know what I mean, most of the session. Set up so you can see the rod tip nicely. Let's see if we can get a bite within a minute or so. Strange, the sky in the background looked like it's light, but it's not. I can hardly see. If I turn the lights off, it shows us a bit darker, but you can still see what's happening, can't you? When the lights on, get back to daylight. I said, oh, you can see my breath, you can see how cold it is. It's pretty cold. No bite straight away or nothing like that, but them cows are still mooing in the background, as you can probably hear. They're probably on the whole video. Moo! Moo! That's all I've heard for a couple of hours now. There's all sorts of other stuff in the bushes and the trees and all around me as well, which is fine, but I don't know what's going on with the cows. Fish on in the dark, fish on in the dark. Oh. Mr. Perch. It's a lot slower in the dark, but we are still getting bites. And we're still getting fish. So I can't complain, but they're not like every minute or so. That one probably took, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes to get a bite, something like that. And there's still fish down there. Some of these rivers just switch off at night, that's the trouble. But we shall keep trying. Cows are still moving. Crazy. Look at the mist coming off the water. That's pretty cold. The camera's picking it up fairly well actually. Bites are still going, but it's taken sort of 10 minutes or so to get a bite now, sometimes 15 minutes maybe. So let's put them off a bit. We've had a few more perch, a couple of tiny ones, and a small roach. Still no sign of these bream or anything like that though. Well, just brought in a pike rod. Mr. Perch is still alive, so unhooked him and put him back in. So it's his lucky day. I'm now gonna... This is now out for my last cast. As you can see, I can hardly even see what I'm doing. It's so foggy. It's absolutely crazy. That's pretty cold as well. Oh, so I'm just sort of putting the baits away and stuff like that. Sorting out my power packs and filming gear and all that sort of stuff. Nets. And then I've got the long walk across the fields and back down to the car. At least that'll warm me up a bit. Might be a pain to do, but I've got a slug on the ground back tub. So, are we going to get a bite on our last cast? So, back in the car everyone. After dark I pretty much went quiet. I mean, I'll get bites, but every sort of 15-20 minutes. And for small roach, you know, medium-sized perch, I wasn't going to sit there and catch a couple of fish an hour, you know. So I've done the walk back and we're back in the car. So, thanks very much everyone for watching. Thanks for the moderators and that looking after the channel as always. And hello to all the new subscribers. I used to caught a few fish for a little while in the middle there. That was really crazy, which was pretty cool. It was literally cast, hit the water, boom, 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 bite, one. So that was pretty good.